all of my exercise today. This used to be me. But this is me now. If you don't know how I got here, there's a link in my description. If I'm being honest, I used to be embarrassed about getting around in a wheelchair. The first time that Eric and I actually filmed together, I was so hesitant about him pushing me around in a wheelchair, but my arms were killing me on the crutches, so I caved. What was it like pushing me in the wheelchair for the first time?
Oh, back in Walmart?
Yeah.
I think it was different because you were stubborn at first and you didn't want the wheelchair. Like, we went around the mall in Buffalo and you were taking breaks every 2 minutes because it was like, oh my god, my shoulders. But it was fine. I think it was fun. Like, I don't know, there's a novelty to the wheelchair. When, like, now I'm kind of tired of getting it in and out of the car because it's just a pain in the ass. But like, in the first few times, there's a novelty to it.
I'm telling you this because recently I spent 5 hours in a wheelchair in public and I didn't even bat an eye at it. I even shared it on my Instagram story. My seat for the ride.
Oh. I think she has a point.
What? We're an hour in. How many miles have we walked so far?
We're approaching 3. Ottawa's Kansas capital.
Oh, that's right. Hour 2, 5 miles down, and Eric had half the bottle of water so far. We've seen people biking past us who are cheering us on, and then there was a person in the car who basically said that I had the silver treatment, so I'm sitting pretty. We've done 7.99 miles and now we're stopping for food. We got burritos, water, Sornies. I got a burrito bowl. Eric got just a straight up burrito. This was a huge mistake. I made the wheelchair heavier and Eric slowed down so much after eating his entire burrito. Let's continue with the story. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. It's our 4th hour. We are about 9.5 miles in, and Eric's slowing down a bit. Ah!
I have to lean back, and it's all shins and all biceps.
That is a big uphill. You're doing well, sweetie. All right, we're going down our last hill, and it's been 5 hours, and we're just about over 12 miles. And this guy is, are you done for it?
Yeah, I didn't think arms would be as involved.
And are you proud of yourself?
I am. I can't wait to find out how many calories, because she's not telling me now.
I know, the calories are gonna be awesome.
So that's
How are they not gonna get? Final stretch! Final stretch. That's gonna be you.
Pausing workout.
After doing this, we received so much positive feedback and that felt really good. But let's talk about why we did it. Why did you want to do the half marathon?
I wanted to do it because we were pushing the wheelchair. I think that's the only fun part for me. It wasn't just a walk, it wasn't just exercise. Like, there was a challenge component to it, and there was the physical challenge of the pushing the wheelchair. It was just doing something different, being sort of unusual, and just at that point where it's almost ridiculous, that's kind of like where I like to be.
But why did I do it? I mean, I wasn't the one walking, so it wasn't physically challenging. Although I do have to say that sitting in the same position for 5 hours hurt my butt so bad. So there's this video that I watched recently called "The Feeling That Life Will Never Be As Good As It Once Was." And here's a clip of what that means.
At one point while talking about life and aging, Olivia asked Sarah if she regretted anything. Sarah thought for a moment about how honest she wanted to be with Olivia. Then she answered and said that one of the things she regretted is that she never realized how good she had it until it was too late, until she was this frail old woman alone in an assisted living home with nothing to do. She said that she would give anything to be back any age younger than 70. Sarah ended with saying something along the lines of, "Don't overlook what you have while you have it, Olivia. You don't realize how good it is to be where you are until you aren't. And you don't realize how young you are until you realize you were just young for the last time ever. Don't wait until you're my age. It's no fun."
I think because of the fact that I feel like life is moving too fast, I must be in the mindset that they're talking about in that clip. I don't know if that's actually true or not, because the one thing that a lot of people say about me is that despite what's going on in my life, I don't let that obstacle get in the way and I'm still making the best of it. But for some reason, I feel like in my head, I'm taking for granted the present moment and what's good in that situation. I think what it is that I'm living in the past and the future. I'm upset that I can't go back to the way that life used to be, and I have no idea what the future holds, which means I'm not living in the now. This book says a lot of woo-woo things in it, but what it is right about is the fact that there is power in living in the present moment, in living in the now. So that's why I did it. That's why I let Eric push me in a wheelchair for 13 miles and 5 hours in public. Because what it boiled down to was the fact that I could wake up and sulk and complain about missing something in the past or wanting something in the future, or I could just live for the day and make the best of my current situation. After all, I had someone that wanted to push my ass for that long, so the only thing that was getting in the way was myself, my irrational embarrassment of my circumstances.